Do you hear this RFI in my phone? Listen to this. I don't know if you can hear that right there. I've done everything. I've done everything to fix this shit. Do you hear that? Change the speaker cables, both speakers. Change the power cables, both speakers. Change the power cable in the PC. Gotten rid of all the electronics in the room. And it's still here. It's probably the shitty Focusrite interface that I still have. The $100 Focusrite Scarlett interface. That's probably what it is. But that's okay. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another episode of the Uncle Judy Show. Today we're going to be making some music while we talk shit. First thing I want to talk about, abortion. Abortion, ladies and gentlemen. I have an opinion here. But technically, any opinion I would have should be redacted because I do not possess a uterus within my tummy. You understand, boys? You don't know what it's like to have a uterus in your tummy. You don't know what it's like to live in a society where everyone's telling you what to do with your uterus or what not to do with your uterus. If you have a uterus in your tummy, you do not have a uterus in your tummy, do you, buddy? But if I did have a uterus in my tummy, this would be my opinion. I'm trying to come up with something. Hold on. Fuck. If I did have a uterus in my tummy, this would be my opinion on abortion. I would not abort my own child because I am not black. This is the riff I have. Very stock. It's going to be kind of like Bob Ross, this episode. It's going to be kind of like an episode of the Bob Ross paintings, except instead of painting, I'm making music. And instead of Bob Ross's super calm energy that gives you optimism about the future, I'm just fucking retarded. My last video got taken down. I don't know if you saw that. The last episode got taken down. I was talking about Charlie Kirk. They got me for inciting violence and hate speech. That's what YouTube said, because here's what happened. I was talking about news media agencies, and I called them gay. You know how many people I've called gay on YouTube? A lot. That was it. And that's hate speech. Hate speech incites violence. That's what YouTube said. That incited violence. The whole video, by the way, was me talking about how, like, you can't be violent when other people are violent. We cannot normalize violence. That was the entire video. But me calling media agencies gay is violent, incites violence, and is hate speech. And they wonder... I'm not going to be a political channel, by the way. I made the Charlie Kirk video because it was on my mind. I'm going to say what's on my mind. I'm not going to be a political channel. But they do wonder why Trump won when they're saying that me calling a news agency gay is hate speech. You want to see hate speech, buddy? I'll show you fucking hate speech. Let's move this show over to Rumble and see what happens. Anyway, I'm going to make a little... I have no idea what to do with this riff at all. It's just a riff, and it's stumping me. It's been stumping me all week over the weekend. And now I've heard the riff so many times that it's fucking boring as shit to me. I know it was cool when I wrote it, though. So, and now that shit's being stupid. Okay. That's like a chorus. It needs to build into that somehow. But I don't know if I should do some kind of clean riff. I'm trying to limit myself to just guitar, bass, and drums, but I might use keys if it's needed. Anyway, I posted the Charlie Kirk video, and it's so funny how the guys celebrating Charlie Kirk's death are the first ones to comment. You know why that is? Because these are the people who are always on their computers or their fucking phones. These are the losers of society. These are the people who... they're the second-class citizens. You know what I mean? The people who can't stop scrolling, the people who can't stay off Discord or YouTube or something like that. that don't do anything with their lives. Maybe they go to some shitty job, like they work at Dollar General or something like that, and they're 43. These are the people who are naturally just online whenever someone uploads, because they're always online, right? So they go comments. So the comments started off being very like, Judy, I thought you were better than this. I thought you wouldn't like Charlie Kirk. First off, I never liked Charlie Kirk. I'll say that straight out. I'm not saying that to be disrespectful whatsoever. I am just a person who can respect the fact that this guy had a wife and children, and this is not a cool thing. It's not a cool thing to shoot anyone in the neck. These are the losers of society, the people who instantly comment on a video, their opinion, as if it matters in a YouTube comment section. Who gives a fuck? First off, you're not changing any minds. Second off, are you talking to me when you leave those comments? Like, are you talking to me? Because I'm not listening. These people that are celebrating Charlie Kirk's death, these are essentially trolls. Most of these people are trolls. You know, they want attention. Still, I do agree with a lot of the rhetoric going around saying that these people are the enemy. These people want you dead. I agree with that. These are the kind of people who celebrate when someone dies. These are the kind of people who, they're roaches. Would you give a fuck about a roach's opinion? No. You know what you do with a roach? That's what you do with a roach. These people are like not us. They not like us, guys. Did you not hear the Kendrick song? The thing you have to remember about these people who have hate in their heart, I have never had hate in my heart like that. And it's my birthday tomorrow. I just realized that. It's my birthday tomorrow, September 16th. And this weekend, my beautiful girlfriend is taking me to Huntsville, Alabama, to the Space Museum for my birthday. I have that. My Roomba speaks Spanish. It's funny that I made it speak Spanish. You know what I mean? Consuela, it's fine. These people with hate in their heart, they don't get nice things like that. You know what I mean? They don't get those kind of things. That doesn't happen for them, ever. And I'm not celebrating that. I think that's a tragedy in and of itself, that these people have hardened their hearts so much that they will never experience a lovely, beautiful, sweet girlfriend who would spend hundreds of dollars to take her autistic boyfriend to the Rocket Museum for his birthday. These people will never have that. That's what you have to remember about these people. I'm gonna like high cut this, I think. Something along those lines. You ever notice these people look like they have hate in their heart? You can tell when someone has hate in their heart by the way they look. That's like biblical, man. That's demonic. The fallen angels, and I don't mean to get schizo here or anything. The fallen angels and the devil, Lucifer. Lucifer was a very attractive angel. And I don't know if this is in the Bible or not. I'm not going to lie to you. It might be some medieval theology stuff from like the Catholic Church. But Lucifer had so much hatred in his heart that he became this ugly fucking horned figure, Satan, as we know him, right? And as did all these fallen angels who became demons. So much hate and wrath within them that their appearance changes, right? I think that happens with people. You can look at someone and just tell that that's not a good person. Guys who have been through a lot of shit, right? You can see it in their eyes. You can see it in my eyes in a lot of videos. If you go through my catalog of videos for some fucking reason, you can see in my eyes when things in my life just weren't fucking going well. When things in my life were shit. But it's different with these people. There's something about their entire face. It's like they're just cloaked in wrath. and anger and hatred. These people are very dangerous, by the way. You should not be around these people. If you're friends with someone who's kind of like celebrating Charlie Kirk's death or happy that Charlie Kirk got shot in his neck or anything of that sort, these kind of people want to bring you down to their level more than anything. They will spend the amount. You're a good person and you're ambitious. You work hard on your craft, whatever that craft may be, right? Whether it's making music, whether it's starting a business or something. You work 16-hour days sometimes to get this craft going. These people spend that amount of time bringing the ones around them down to their level. And they use manipulation to do that. That's the kind of people we're dealing with here. And it's very fucking scary. It's very scary. The same amount that you've practiced your craft, whatever that may be, they've practiced manipulation. They're very good at it. Extremely good at it. And all they want to do is bring you to their level. Because they don't have anything. They're not working on a fucking craft. Their craft is just manipulating people down to their level, right? You see these people when they get older. You see these people at like 50 sometimes, and they have nothing. They're like renting a shitty house or something. Working at Dollar General. I don't know why I keep saying Dollar General, but you know what I mean. They're not doing anything with their lives, but they're still manipulating people down to their levels. Typically at this point, they're doing it with their kids, which is insanity. These are the same kind of people who are celebrating Charlie Kirk's death. It's the same mentality at the end of the day. This guy was at the top of conservative commentators, and he got shot in the fucking neck. And they celebrate that because this guy that was at the top of the American experience got shot in the neck, killed right there. So they love that. They love that happened. A thing that I listen to from these people, surprisingly, is they do bring up the school shooting that happened the same day as Charlie Kirk's murder. Yes, we're completely desensitized to mass shootings. Like, completely. No one even knows they happen anymore. You're right. You're exactly right. I'll give you that. I'll throw you that little bone. You have a point. I'm not going to argue with it. You have a total point there. But it proves my point that if you just keep letting this shit happen, it gets completely normalized. No one, like I just said, no one gives a fuck about mass shootings anymore. You know how we solve mass shootings, though? Free speech. People need to be able to talk about solutions and stuff. If Charlie Kirk says, arm teachers, which I'm a big gun guy. I love guns. Big Second Amendment guy. However, I think that's a little, I don't know if that'd work or not. Maybe I do agree with that. However, if you get shot in the neck for saying that, for spreading your opinion, we're not going to come up with any fucking solutions, are we? Are we? No, they're just going to keep happening. These mass shootings are just going to keep happening. A thing that I wanted to say from the last video that I actually wanted to be out there is I'm tired. I got to write this fucking song. I'm tired of this talk about we're in the end of the Roman Empire. I said that at the end of the last video. Look, maybe we are at the end of the Roman Empire. Maybe we're shooting political commentators in the street. I would rather that not happen. But the thing is, it doesn't have to be the end of the Roman Empire, ladies and gentlemen. I'm very confident in my generation of men and women. We're very strong. A lot of us, at least. You got some of the retards. But, like, a lot of us are very strong. We're sitting here complaining. It's the end of the Roman Empire. I can't believe it. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. What are you going to do about it, pussy? Get up. Let's go. Let's go do something about it, then. What can you do? I know. You're digging ditches right now. You're an electrician. You're an HVAC guy. You don't think you can do anything. Actually, you can. You live in fucking Eaton, Georgia. Eaton is a small town up by Dalton, Georgia, kind of near there. You live in Eaton, Georgia. You know, Eaton has a government, I'm guessing. You could get involved somehow. You don't need a full-time job, but you could somehow get involved in that government and make changes to Eaton, Georgia, right? Make sure no innocent Ukrainian refugee gets stabbed in the streets. Make sure that doesn't happen. You could do that. Doesn't matter who you are. You could like work your way to doing that. That's nothing crazy, buddy. I know I'm sitting here making music with a cowboy hat on and a shirt that says this. Hey, anal. I know I'm not doing much. You're right. You're right. I'm just not doing much. I'm not involved in government whatsoever. I wouldn't mind being involved in government, but no, there's no excuse. You're right. There's no excuse. I'm fucking retarded. That's part of it. I just wanted to talk about certain things from the last episode because it got taken down. I don't mean for this to be a political show whatsoever. I want to talk about like movies and fucking music and stuff, and that's going to be the next episodes of this. I'm going to keep working on this song or maybe other songs. I want to do it kind of like this. I just got to kind of figure it out. A lot more frequent uploads though. And yeah, dude. Yeah, dude. Thanks for watching. Hope you guys are chilling. Hope everything's going well. Let's fix this country. Let's fix shit. All right? Let's stop complaining about it going to shit and actually make sure it doesn't. That's all I have to say about politics for now. Next episode's going to be on fucking Tarantino movies or something like that. I don't know. But I'm tired of this shit. Later, guys.